So I had a different video planned for today, but today I want to do something different. I want to kind of bring awareness to something. Grab my medicine first, though. Today, what I want to bring awareness to is mental illness. Hold on. For those of you who don't know, I have a friend of mine. It doesn't seem like a lot of times it doesn't seem like we're as close as we are because we're basically like family. And we argue a lot. We both have YouTube channels, and so sometimes our arguments go public, and they shouldn't. But, I was watching the video he did, and it kind of made me do some thinking. And I'm going to link to it in the description below. There's something that he often says, and I haven't looked it up, but knowing him the way I know him, he probably has. Something about, I think it's 4 in 5 people, or like 80% of people or something, which is the same thing as 4 in 5, either know someone with a mental illness or have a mental illness themselves. And so if you're one of those people that's actually not the people with the mental illness, I'll leave that up to him. But if you're one of the people that knows somebody, that cares about somebody that has a mental illness, this video is directed at you. It can be a bit of a weird feeling in the sense that you sort of feel helpless in watching people you care about sort of go down an endless tunnel or an endless road. And there's not really much you can do about it. There's not really anything you can do about it. You can't, I mean, they have hopefully they're being seen and have their psychologists and everybody. But as their mind deteriorates, which is just naturally going to happen, if something, you can't really do anything about it. And it's sort of a helpless feeling. Sometimes I think the most important thing, and I don't know how Asian Dave feels about this, but I think the most important thing that you can do is just be with them. Be alongside them. It's not an easy thing to do. Okay? It's not an easy thing to do because, man, I'm getting a little emotional because of it. Because you see people that you care about, and naturally, you want to reach out and you want to do something to help them, but you can't. But the thing that you can do, you may not be able to make the situation better, but you can make it easier by sticking alongside them and not discounting their experiences. Maybe listen to what they have to say, and maybe you might not agree with them, and this is something I'm guilty of too. Maybe you might not agree with them, but maybe just let them, say what they feel, say what they think, and not be overly critical, which is something I'm guilty of from time to time with him. So, I'm no better than anyone, I do it too. but just kind of let them know that they're not walking down this path alone. And I don't know if I'm going to equate this right. I don't know if I'm going to think about this the right way, or how he would compare it. But to me, that walk down mental illness, that walk down your mind deteriorating, kind of feels to me like they're walking towards, they're walking towards, the death by shooting, that they used to do, the firing squad. Kind of what it feels like to me, that it feels like for them. You're walking towards something that you know is going to happen, and you can't stop it. You can slow it down, but you can't stop it. And I think the best thing that could be done for them, other than trying to make sure they're getting their mental health professionals in order and making sure they're going to see their doctors and stuff, I think the best thing that could be done for them is you basically tell them, you basically be alongside them and just, be there with them and let them know that they're not alone. On our end, that's really all we can do. And it sucks because you want to do better for people you care about. You want to take their problems away. But you can't. You can't do that. You can't protect everyone you love and care about the way you want to protect them. But if you stay alongside them, I think that goes a lot farther than walking away from them. And the reason why I say walking away from them is because of the video that I'm going to post in the description. Some people have the attitude that they just can't see someone they care about suffer. And I don't like to see it either. But I also like to do the best thing, that what I think is the best thing I can, not for me, but for the people I care about. To walk away from someone with a mental illness because they have a mental illness, it's a selfish thing to do. And I get it. I understand you don't want to see these people suffer. I don't want to see Asian Dave suffer. I don't want his life to be what it's being, what it's going to be. But at least at the minimum, I can say that along the way, there's been difficulties. There's been times we haven't talked for a long time. I mean, there was one period in friendship where we sort of had a lapse in friendship. I'm not going to explain why, but we didn't talk for, I don't know, going on what, 2-3 years? We're both pig-headed and stubborn. We both did wrong, and neither one of us wanted to admit it. We both admit it now. But the point is that we're still friends. It was just a long time out. And he's still my family, dude. He's still my family, basically. Through everything that we've been through in our friendship, and it's been a lot. But the one thing I can say is at least until, when one of us passes away, you never know, it could be me before him, you just never know. But I walked with him down that road. He knows he's not by himself. And I think that's the most important thing that you can do. Sorry for a bit of a more heavy-hitting video. I know I don't usually do serious videos, but it just felt like it needed to be said. I felt like he brings awareness to the mental illness side, but there's a separate side to that. There's another side for the people with mental illness, and that's the people standing behind the people with mental illness. Later.